Welcome back, everybody, to For the Sake of the Parlay. Today is May 1st, 2026, and what we're going to do today is review yesterday's Parlay of the Day and the alternate line suggestions, and give you today's Parlay of the Day with our alternate line suggestions, all right? So let's get right into it. Before we get into today's video, let me tell you why you should subscribe. We are PPCs here, all right? And we are creating parlays, and that's what we do full time. We are giving you parlays consisting of all types of bets, including player props, totals, and spreads across all major sports. Next, this is a collaborative channel consisting of two people. We are lucky to have two PPCs on the channel in the architect and the voice. Obviously, I am the voice, but the architect is really the one doing a lot of the planning, designing, and managing throughout the parlay making process. Without the architect, there would be no channel or none of these parlays. Lastly, and most importantly, we are giving you free daily content and picks with receipts. This is our 25th day in a row posting parlays with reviews. We are showing you our actual betting slips and the results. We're going to keep posting and showing you the results because we don't get tired like Kevin Gates, and we ain't never scared like Bone Crusher. We ain't new to this, we true to this, y'all. And y'all know y'all doing the same damn thing every day. So you might as well just smash that like and subscribe button to get this daily content and do it for the sake of the parlay. So let's start off with a review of yesterday's parlay of the day from April 30th, 2026. All right. And why these reviews are important is because they're going to be helpful the next time you make a bet. Also, my hope and our hope here at this channel is you can watch previous videos to see if we made a bet on a team or a person, and they could be good information for you. All right. So starting with yesterday's parlay of the day, we went 4 out of 8 picks. All right. And this includes one push, and a push is most definitely a win here for the sake of our parlay and for the sake of the channel. Alright, so here's the summary from yesterday. We were wrong about the under 7.5 in the Arizona Diamondbacks Milwaukee Brewers game. We were right with the push on the under 8 with the Toronto Blue Jays and Minnesota Twins game. We were right about the over 5.5 goals in Dallas Stars and Minnesota Wild game. We were wrong about the under 6.5 in the Edmonton Oilers Anaheim Ducks game. We were most definitely right with OG Anunoby scoring 24 plus points and rebounds. We were right on the Detroit Tigers money line. And then we got this 2-pick same game parlay wrong. Julius Randle did not record 6 plus rebounds, and Tim Hardaway Jr. did not record 2 plus threes. First, we were way wrong about the under 7.5 in this Arizona Diamondbacks versus Milwaukee Brewers game. The Brewers wound up winning 13-1, and as you can see here, it got very ugly for the Diamondbacks, and they scored all these goddamn runs very early. And the pitcher, Mike Soroka, he only pitched 3 innings and gave up 10 hits and 8 earned runs. All right, so our over was done very early, and I was wrong. I thought Soroka was going to have a good game, but he had an absolutely terrible game. And then the bullpen wound up giving an extra 5 runs, so we were way wrong on this bet. This is the type of performance that Soroka most definitely cannot repeat, or he might wind up getting sent to the bullpen, to the minor leagues, or cut. Next, we pushed in the Toronto Blue Jays at Minnesota Twins game. The Twins wound up winning 7-1. This game was 4-1 all the way up until the bottom of the 8th inning. And Blue Jays pitcher Mason Flaherty gave up 3 runs in a third of the inning, so he only pitched for 1 out, and then he left the game. All right, and this is the type of good information on these reviews we need to know. Kevin Gausman had a mediocre game. It was good enough to keep the game low scoring and keep his team in the game, but clearly the Blue Jays have some bullpen issues. All right, if a guy is only coming in for 1 out, that means he's absolutely terrible. He couldn't even pitch a whole inning. He faced the minimum 3 batters that the MLB requires pitchers to pitch now. He had to face 3 batters. He gave up 3 runs, only got 1 out, then he got out of the game. He's absolutely terrible, and that's what caused his bet to push. Next, we were right in the over 5.5 goals in the Dallas Stars versus Minnesota Wild game. And yeah, the Wild really blew out the Dallas Stars unexpectedly. They were the underdogs in the series, and they wound up winning 5-2 to close out the series and win their first playoff series in 11 years. And what's really important to note here, Minnesota scored 2 empty net goals, all right? And that's what happens at the end of these hockey games when the other team, the losing team, is trying to win. They'll pull their goalie and leave the goal open. And yeah, that's an easy way for the winning team to add on extra goals. So yeah, that's just very important to note that if it wasn't for these empty net goals, our bet wouldn't have hit. But this does happen a lot at the end of these hockey games. Next, we were wrong about the under 6.5 in this Edmonton Oilers and Anaheim Ducks game. Now, this was a very interesting one because, yeah, our bet was good about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third period, but then Anaheim scored a empty net goal, just like what happened in the Dallas Stars and Minnesota Wild game. All right, and that's what really caused our bet to lose. And then that happened about a minute later. I'll be looking to bet Anaheim and their overs going forward, as they won this series against Edmonton. They were the underdogs, and they'll be facing the winner of the Golden Knights and Utah Mammoth series. Next, we were right about OG Anunoby recording 24 plus points and rebounds, and Anunoby even made front page of ESPN. The Knicks wound up winning 140-89, and Anunoby had led the whole team in points. He had 29 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. All right, so he definitely cleared well over what we were expecting. And then, just as a side note, the Knicks had a record 47-point halftime lead, and they wound up winning the game by 51. So this was a crazy blowout, very unexpected blowout, but hey, OG Anunoby came through for it. Next, we were right about the Tigers winning on the money line against the Atlanta Braves, and the Tigers had a really good game. They came back as Torres had 3 hits and a go-ahead sacrifice fly to rally and beat the Braves 5-2. All right, and as you can see here, the Tigers came back from being down 2-0, and they scored all their runs in the 6th inning and later. Framber Valdez had a very good game. He did not get to record the win because he did not have the lead when he left the game, but the real story behind here is the Braves bullpen, okay? The Braves bullpen and Payamps and Suarez gave up 4 runs in a close game, and that was the difference in this game. The Tigers had a very good bullpen that did not give up any runs, and the Braves bullpen gave up 4 runs. Next, we were wrong in our 2-pick same-game parlay. We picked Julius Randle to record 6+ rebounds and Tim Hardaway Jr. to record 2+ threes. Now, Randle, he had a very decent game as the Timberwolves closed out the series against the Nuggets, and they will be advancing in the playoffs. He had 18 points and 4 rebounds and 5 assists, which is a very good game. However, did not hit for our bet. And Tim Hardaway Jr., he low-key had the 3rd most points for the Nuggets. He only played 21 minutes. He scored 13 points, and he went 1 from 2 from 3. And I was watching this game. He got in the game early. He was in there scoring. That's what he does, but he only took 2 threes. He made 1 of them. Sorry, that bet did not hit for us. All right, so in total, we wound up going 4 out of 8, but we're going to do better with today's parlay today. Alright, so let's go over these alternate line suggestions from yesterday, and this has definitely been the most important segment of our videos because these alternate lines can really make your parlay. And we have 2 instances today where taking these alternate lines would have been the difference in having your parlay win or not. First, we recommended the under 7.5 in the Edmonton Anaheim game, okay? In our regular bet, we took the under 6.5, but that empty net goal was a difference in making our bet good or not. But if you would have took that 7.5, you would have the extra cushion and your bet would have won. Next, we recommended taking the Detroit Tigers on the run line. Now, this one's pretty easy. They won outright. So, hey, we took them on the money line. Obviously, if you gave them 1.5 runs, the bet would have won as well. Next, the under 9.5 would have won. If you took this bet, we push with our bet of under 8. But if you would have took the recommended line of under 9.5, you would have won your bet. That's why these alternate line suggestions are so important. They really will make your parlay. Here's today's parlay of the day from May 1st, 2026. And just remember, we're giving you this raw parlay ticket, this octopus, okay? And what we're going to do is let our parlay cook and turn that octopus into some good calamari so we can eat good. And we're most definitely going to do that with today's parlay of the day. All right, here's our parlay. We're first going to start off with the face of the channel, Bane, getting 20+ points and rebounds. Then we're going to take Rafael Devers to not record a hit today against the Tampa Bay Rays. Then we're going to take the New York Yankees on the run line, the minus 1.5 run line. Then we're going to take the over 8.5 in the Toronto Blue Jays and Minnesota Twins game. Then we're going to take the Canadians on the puck line at plus 1.5. Then we're going to take the under 5.5 in the Buffalo Sabres and Bruins game. Then we're going to end the parlay with a 2-pick same game parlay, taking Austin Reeves to record 2+ threes, Marcus Smart to record 15+ points, rebounds, and assists. All right, for our first pick, we're going to take Desmond Bane to record 20+ points and rebounds. And Bane is the face of our channel. He's the face of our channel for a reason. All right, if Bane don't go green, we don't go green. But Bane is what you call a building block, all right, in your parlay. And he's also arguably the best player besides Banchero on the Magic. And tonight, the Magic will be looking to close out this series against the Pistons, and they came in as underdogs. So I expect Bane to clear this very easily, and he will be getting a lot of minutes as they are looking to win this game. and get some rest before the next series. Next, we're taking Rafael Devers to get under 0.5 hits, so not record a hit at all. And I like this because Rafael Devers is dominating against right-handed pitching, not left-handed pitching. Okay, he's not that good at all against left-handed pitching. And Shane McClanahan of the Tampa Bay Rays is an elite left-handed pitcher. All right, so this is a very, very bad matchup for Rafael Devers. He's a good baseball player, but this is a terrible matchup for him. Also, the game total is 7.5 runs, so that's a very low total for MLB game, and they're not expecting a lot of runs. And then on top of that, they're playing in Tampa Bay at Tropicana Field, and that is a very pitcher-friendly park and stadium. So a combination of all that, I do like Rafael Devers not to record a hit, and this is an interesting one because if he does, our parlay will be instantly over, so I will be watching this game. Next, we're taking the Yankees to win on the minus 1.5 run line, and I like this bet because the Yankees are heavy favorites. They're about minus 185 on the money line right now, and I like the run line bet because you get a little extra juice because I really do believe they will beat the Orioles and blow them out. Also, the Orioles are 3-7 as underdogs this year. And then next, and probably one of the biggest things is Warren of the Yankees is way better and proven than Povich of the Orioles. Povich has just got recalled from the minor leagues and he's making another debut. He's a younger pitcher, so I don't like him going up against this Yankees lineup. And lastly, the Yankees are playing at home. So a combination of all this, I do like the Yankees to win big tonight. Next, we're taking the over 8.5 runs in the Toronto Blue Jays versus Minnesota Twins game. And I like this because Minnesota's team ERA is about 5 runs, and that's not very good at all. So they have bad pitching all around. And next, Corbin of the Toronto Blue Jays, he's due to some regression. He's having an okay year so far, but I'm not high on Corbin at all. I really think he's going to get blown up here by this Minnesota offense. Also, Spencer Richardson has been struggling with his command, so that means that he's going to be giving up more hits and home runs. And lastly, the Twins have a really strong offense, and I expect them to really have a lot of success against Patrick Corbin today. And for our over 8.5 runs to hit probably very early in this game. All right, next we're going to take the Montreal Canadiens on the plus 1.5 puck line. And we like this bet because Canadians are playing at home, so they should win. They're very good at home. It's going to be a very exciting environment. And the Canadians' playing styles to keep it close, so they don't necessarily have to win for the sake of the parlay in our bet, but they could outright win, but they like to play close games. And the pressure is really on Tampa Bay as the Canadians are up in the series, so this is a combination I at least like them to keep it close this game, and they have another game to play if the series goes 3-3 with the Canadians' loss. Next, we like the Bruins and the Sabres game to go under 5.5 goals. And we like this because both teams have really good goalies in Lyon for Buffalo and Swayman for Boston. So they should be stopping a lot of shots and playing very hard as Boston is down 2-3 in this series. And also, given that it's going to be a tight game with very efficient shots and tight playoff hockey is expected. Lastly, I'm trailing this pick because two people that I follow on the Action Network, and Brian Bittler and Nick Martin, they picked the under. And I like to follow people who are really good and track specific sports like hockey. So that's what I'm doing here. And we expect them to go under for us. Next, the first pick in our 2-pick same game parlay, we're taking Austin Reeves to score 2+ threes. And he performed really well his last game. Coming back from injury, he scored 22 points in 34 minutes in his first game back, so that was really good. And he's the primary scorer coming off the bench. He's like their sixth man. He comes in and he's scoring. And lastly, which is very good for our bet, he made 2 out of 8 attempts last game. So he shot 8 times and he made 2. I feel like coming back, he's going to be more efficient this game, and he's going to go green for us and record at least 2+ threes. I like that. Austin Reeves, 2+ threes. That sounds really good, and it's going to go green for it. The last pick of our parlay of the day today is we're going to take Marcus Smart to record 15+ points, rebounds, and assists. And I like this a lot because Marcus Smart is the starting point guard, all right? As the point guard, he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot, and he's going to be giving out a lot of assists. And he's a hustle type of player. And last game, he played 37 minutes. He's going to be playing around the same amount of minutes tonight. And lastly, he's the heart and soul of the Lakers, okay? He's going to be all over the floor. He's the floor general. He's the point guard. He's going to be telling people where to go. And I like him to record at least 15 points, rebounds, and assists tonight because just off of pure volume and him being on the court, and the Lakers can potentially close out this series tonight as well. So I expect them to be going extra hard tonight. All right, and lastly for today, what we're going to do is talk about the alternate line suggestions for today, May 1st, 2026. First, we're going to recommend taking Montreal at home on the plus 2.5 puck line. We took them at the plus 1.5 puck line, but giving them the extra goal at home is a nice, safe bet. Next, we're going to recommend taking Austin Reeves to score at least one three-pointer. He made 2 three-pointers last game with 8 attempts, but having him score 1 after playing 30-something minutes last game, that's a safe bet. And lastly, we took the over 8.5 runs scored in the Toronto and Minnesota game, but we're recommending taking over 7.5, okay? I expect this game to be high scoring, so give yourself extra cushion of the 7.5 runs is very good for your parlay. And just remember, with our alternate line suggestions, you want to give yourself a better number, aka more cushion. For example, in this Toronto Blue Jays versus Minnesota Twins game, we're recommending taking the over 7.5 runs is better than over 8.5 runs. Lastly, with a better number that equals less odds, okay? For example, today in that same Toronto versus Minnesota baseball game, the over 8.5 runs is minus 118, but the over 7.5 runs is minus 225. All right, there you have it, everybody. Thanks for watching. That is the parlay of the day today. Good luck today with all your bets. And just remember, winners never quit. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and one good parlay will make your day. All right, and we'll be back tomorrow with another review and another parlay of the day.